Alright, so at some point, there was somebody over here earlier to trigger a quest, but they were standing up there and not over here. But this is Verna, so maybe I accidentally triggered the Star of Verna's quest over on Green Isle instead of over here, but whatever. This is Verna. Oh, it's Traveler and Paimon. Nice to see you again. Miss Priestess, have we met somewhere before? You don't seem that familiar to Paimon. Hey, it's me. Seriously, we met not long ago. Can't you recognize me by my voice? Oh yeah, it's you. You're the one from back when, wait, who are you exactly? This is starting to sound like some kind of weird scam. Aw, my adorable little Paimon didn't even recognize me. That really stings. But I'll let it slide. After all, you did call me Miss Priestess. I guess it's fair since I never took off my helmet back at Thunderclap Reef. Wait, hang on. Don't tell Paimon. You're Verna? You're really actually a priestess from the Frostmoon Science? Okay, so she's not sus. Excuse me? That's a weird way to say hello. Seriously, you won't find a priestess more reliable than me anywhere else. There was never any reason to doubt me in the first place. Ahem. Anyway, this must be the Moon Maiden's guidance at work. How else could I be so fortunate as to run into you both at the same time like this? Well, we were just passing through. Exactly. That's what we call fate. With her silver spindle, she weaves paths as one, whether they be of the rich or the anyway, let's forget about all that. Traveler, Paimon, you remember what that imposter said before, right? You mean that priestess-looking lady who seemed more legit than you? She said she'd be waiting at the court of the first edict. Or something like that. Ahem. The more legit than you bit was totally uncalled for. But since you've got such a good memory, Paimon, and since you're both going to help me out later, I'll let it slide. Hey, Paimon hasn't agreed to help you out yet. Why is that every time we talk to you, we end up second-guessing reality? Don't sweat the details. More importantly, I've already come up with a flawless, super ultra reliable plan. We'll catch that imposter in no time. Think about it. She says she'd be waiting in the sealed off sanctum no one can even get into, and it skipped it on me. She wants us to get curious and break the seal, letting her sneak in and snatch whatever treasure's inside. And my super foolproof plan is to turn the tables on her. Once we open the gates of the sanctum, she'll definitely show up, and that's when we'll catch her. Pretty solid plan, right? I'd say it'd hold up just fine against those top-notch directives from Papa Wrench's books. Seriously? That sounds even crazier than the plan you had at Thunderclap Reef. You just told us no one's been able to unseal the court of the first edict for centuries. Only because they didn't have me, along with the super reliable tag team combination that is the two of you. After we parted ways, I've been thinking. Since the core of the first edict was sealed by Kuvaki, maybe we can disrupt it the way we did at Thunderclap Reef. So, ta-da! See, I had my little Krakas look for more of those special fragments, and I pieced them all together. And the moment I managed to distract Evelyn, and bam! You two showed up. Tell me we're not fated to reunite. Fated? More like fatal. Are you sure this won't mess up the weather on Hiisi Island like it did back at Thunderclap Reef? No worries. This time, I'll be in full control of the Kubaki. And besides, everything's turned out just fine back at the reef, didn't it? Now then, Traveler, Paimon, prepare to witness the miracle of science. Wait, if someone's going to throw it, let us do it. If we leave it to you, this already sketchy plan's bound to get even sketchier. Okay, so what are you wanting me to do? Throw the fragment. Where am I throwing it? Oh, there. I was looking at. Come on, I told you there's nothing to worry about. See? This is the power of science. Hooray! The power of science. Hey, wait a second. You almost had Paimon fooled. This has nothing to do with science. It was just Traveler tossing the fragments up there. Well, since the super reliable Traveler is also someone who believes in science, I guess that works. That explanation works too. Alright, since the Moon Maiden has spun a silvery path for us, what awaits beyond the threshold must be... wait. How did the rest of it go again? Ahem. Anyway, since the Moon Lane has appeared, it means our plan is working fine. All we need to do is follow it. This is the guidance of the Moon Goddess. Yep. Are you sure? Paimon thinks there's a good chance this path doesn't lead to our destination, but rather somewhere higher up. Come on, Paimon, come on. You've got a super reliable priestess and a super reliable adventurer on your side. What's there to worry about? We better get moving before the other priestesses show up. Ahem. I mean, while the Moon Goddess is still showing us the way. Onward and upward. Oh boy. Echoes of an unfinished past. Verna, where are we? This doesn't really look like a sanctum. Yeah, it really doesn't. Ahem. I mean, that's not important. Don't worry. This place has things that resemble moon lanes. So that means the Moon Maiden is still guiding us. Probably. Let us follow the path illuminated by the moonlight and leave the rest to the will of the moon. That actually sounded pretty priestessy coming from you, Verna. Wait, no. Is that just a fancy way of saying I don't know what to do, let's just leave it to fate? Hey, what do you mean, pretty priestessy? Have you ever met a priestess who's anything less than super priestessy? You've got to have as much faith in the Moon Maiden's guidance as you do in the power of science. Besides, it's not like we've found any other way down. Oh boy. Oh. Unknown life signs detected. Calibrating fuzzy predictive control. No shadow corruption detected. No traces of genetic components. Phalange echo registered. The match with known Dragon Lord of Flame parameters. Moderate. Okay, that was weird. Engraving. Check. Mode matching. Okay, that's a lot of weird sciencey sounding shit coming out of its mouth, whatever it is. Can I go the other way? No. Oh my god. What are you doing? It's just doing it at a weird angle now. I don't even know where the thing is I'm trying to get. I want to get that one. How do I get up to that one? Oh, I have to go this way. Okay. There we go. Huh? This is connected to that land somehow? Just like I predicted. See? As long as we follow the guidance of the moon goddess, everything will fall right into place. Well, if you say so, but are we really sure it's a good idea to open up a place that's been sealed for centuries? Oh, it'll be totally fine. You've got the most trustworthy priestess of the Frost Moon Signs right here. There's absolutely nothing to worry about. Croto, did you see where those suspicious intruders were headed? They took off toward the court of the First Edict. Not many places to hide around here, after all. Huh. You two, check on the seal. I'll inform the Lady Moonchanter. Let's see them try getting away. Causing trouble in the sacred lands of the Frost Moon. They've got a death wish. The only way they're getting out of this in one piece is if they're somehow the Lady Kutar herself. Verna, still won't tell us there's absolutely nothing to worry about? Haha. That's right, there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Now that the seal's been opened, all we have to do is set a trap and wait for the imposter to walk right into our hands. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. There's absolutely everything to worry about. I should never have messed with the seal. What do we do now? Help me, traveler, please. Yelling for help like a crying baby or crybaby doesn't mean someone's magically going to save your butt. No turning back now, I guess. Let's see what's inside. Well, since the seal's already broken, we might as well head in and take a look. But Verna, you better make sure to say sorry to everyone you dragged into this. Ooh, 3 treasure chests. This should be the 3 that's marked on the map.
How the world has changed.
So let me get
Might I ask,
those
when did the
marked right
custom
quick.
of placing treasure chests in every nook and cranny come into fashion?
Yep. Mark. 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 There we go. Okay.
People ought not be so frightened.
Enter. Something about this place feels off compared to what Paimon imagined a sanctum would be. Doesn't feel all that sacred. Smells kind of funny instead. Haha, well, it has been sealed for 500 years, you know. Scientifically speaking, rusted metal giving off a blood-like smell isn't too surprising. By the way, the hymns say that before Lady Alice sealed it, this was where all the Frostmoon followers held their ceremonies. So it's super sacred, really. Calling it super sacred just makes it sound less sacred by the minute. Oh, come on. Don't get hung up on the wording. Look over there. That's the verdant crest. Legend says it's the sacred tree that witnessed the birth of the Moon Maiden. And that pool over there, if I'm guessing right, that should be the ever-flowing white spring blessed by Lady Allah herself. Do you really have to guess? Also, are you sure you didn't just make those names up? Hey, I might be a fairly reliable priestess, but even I've never seen these sacred relics from 500 years ago with my own eyes. Nor did I ever think I'd get to see something this historically significant. I'm so lucky. All thanks to you, Traveler and Paimon. Just remember to apologize to everyone after we get out. Yes, no problem. I'll do whatever you say, Traveler. Just standing in place does feel like a waste, though. Since we're here, why not take a quick walk around? Okay. Well, there is somewhere back this way. Oh, look, there's a viewpoint thingy. Where? Oh, all the way up there. Okay. I'll figure out how to get up there. Much higher up still. fire up. Oh, there's a study thing up here. Let's go get that real quick. Oh, I found a book. According to teachers left by the Apostle of the Golden City, all matters must be governed by reason alone, untainted by sentiment, for mortal tongues cannot articulate the sacred mysteries, and frail emotions will only profane the words of the ancestors. In service of a pure and exalted ideal for the future of the scions of the far north, blank, these actions are justified as they are necessary. This decree has been approved by Lovia, humble handmaiden of the frost moon, and blanketh archpriestess since the fall of Hyperborea. Decree something other, ultimate plan for the sacred heir's selection. All the content that flows has been erased and cannot be read. In accordance with the teachings of the Apostle of the Golden City, all matters concerning craftsmanship and sacred rites or secret rites must be recorded without the taint of personal sentiment. For mortal tongues cannot articulate the sacred mysteries, and frail emotions would only profane the words of our ancestors. Do not seek to understand what lies beyond mortal intelligence. Simply recite the ancient prayers with a sincere heart so that the purity of the blessings may endure. This decree was issued by Sarantane, humble handmaiden of the frost moon and 13th archpriestess since the fall of Hyperborea. It is not to be defied. In the name of the mistress of the frost moon, the ancient laws, once obscure and difficult to understand, are now set forth in clear and concise terms, lest the faithful falter or be led astray. Decree 3. Elysium and the prophecy of the sacred heir, let the children of Hyperborea guard their secret bloodline from defilement, for the heir of Elysium is destined to one day arrive. It is hereby forbidden to marry one's closest kin. That is to say, no union shall be permitted between blood relatives. It is forbidden to enter into marriage with someone from a clan that has committed blasphemy. It is forbidden to enter into marriage with someone from a clan that has taken the life of an innocent. It is forbidden to enter into marriage with someone from a clan that has broken its oath. It is forbidden to enter into marriage with someone from a clan that does not bear an antlered crown. It is forbidden to enter into marriage with someone from a clan that has committed parricide. Parricide? It is forbidden to enter into marriage with any person disturbed of mind. It is forbidden to enter into marriage with the descendants of the Fae. It is forbidden to enter into marriage with a person not of the faith. It is forbidden to enter into marriage with an outlander. Marriage is most sacred act of virtue and must be kept pure. Therefore, let no unclean act stain our bloodline. Let no action be taken to incur the displeasure of the mistress of the frost moon, and let no one betray their oaths. Whoever enters into marriage must first obtain the permission and blessing of the archpriestess, lest a curse befall their bloodline. Said curse shall plague their bloodline for 7 generations, and then for 7 more. Whoever breaks this oath shall have their horns severed with a silver blade. They who have been marked thus shall be cast into the long, lightless night. Hear not the ancient prophecy. In the fullness of time Elysium shall come, and with it the sovereign ordained to rule over it shall also appear. The false sevenfold radiance of the high heavens shall fall at her feet, and the bones of the earth shall rise to follow her. For from her shall spring up union with the world, and for her shall the first great cause be rebuilt. Let these words of wisdom find root in your heart, and neglect not the sanctity of your blessed bloodline. Decree 6. Offering to the Shampoo Mill. The children of the Hyperborea shall guard the sacred treasure forged by the Apostle of the Golden City at all costs. Let it be known that the relic that is the Shampoo Mill is a sacred work, for its blessing yields unending gold, grain, and salt. Only the prophesied sacred heir shall have the power to rouse the mill, and thus bring forth an Elysium of eternal abundance for us all. According to the revelations of our ancestors, the mill shall be sealed within a holy sanctum to preserve it from taint and desecration until the appointed time, when the sacred heir is born at last. All followers below the rank of priestess shall not enter the holy sanctuary wherein the mill is sealed. Those who violate this precept shall have a curse befall their bloodline. Said curse shall plague their bloodline for 7 durations and then 7 more. And then for 7 more. Before sowing in spring, an offering of wheat, goat's milk, and salt must be made onto the shampoo mills, lest famine befall you. At least one priestess shall be designated to chant prayers to the mill day and night to ensure a bountiful harvest and enduring prosperity. Decree 10. Offering to the arrow of Tirparacanes, whatever. The children of Hyperborea shall revere this arrow of Terpikar, whatever, without fail. Let it be known that the relic, forged of pure light, is a bow and arrow that can pierce the manifold darkness of the frozen night. You shall mix the sacred oils in the following manner prescribed by the rites of the ancients. Take up a clean silver vessel free from dust and water, for defilement is the root of all corruption. Take the fat of a lamb, clean and pure, and warm it over a gentle fire. It must not be too hot or too cool. Do not bring it to a boil. Add sulfur, salt, sawdust, and wax in their proper order while stirring with great care. Stir until the substance inside the vessel are of a uniform color. The number of your counting shall be 7 hours. 6 you shall not count, neither count you 8. Excepting that you should not count to 7, 5 and 9 are right out. Then anoint your bow and arrows with the holy oil, and your arrows shall snuff out the pitch black foe, shattering them like plates of silver. A thick stack of papers hidden by an unknown someone in a secret compartment inside the back cover. In accordance with the statutes laid down by blank, all matters concerning the Mekahanakis and Tenahakis shall be recorded objectively, concisely, and untainted by personal sentiment. Thus shall we guard against the distortion of truth via subjectivity, that the knowledge we possess may be transcribed with clarity for future generations and serve the welfare of our people to the fullest possible extent. The contents of this document have been approved by Spergiparus of Hexathorasa. All members of the order, beginning with the executive priestesses, shall commit its contents to memory and observe the prescribed procedures without deviation until the reconstruction of civilization has reached 5/7 completion. For further details, consult Tekanakase Manual I-330. Okay, I really don't feel like reading all the rest of this. This is a lot. Oh my god, I'm done reading this. This is too much text. I just wanted that. Here's an ordinary fairy tale in which a kind-hearted girl makes friends with a white pigeon, after which they travel the world together. Some of the pages have been torn out for reasons unknown, and the ink has almost completely faded. The cover has beautiful golden words inscribed on it. Kitesgard Publishing House. This. Oh god, I'm not reading all that. Though that is pertaining to the one priestess. I'm not reading all this. This is too much. I'm just looking to see if I can get items or books or something for a collection. That's it. That's all I was looking for. Alright, let's go get this. Investigate. There's something beneath the water. Is that a sword? Huh? Why would there be a sword here? Wait, hold on. Could this be the ritual sword forged by the Hyperborean moonlight that Lady Alice supposedly left behind? The blade that was used to offer up the very first drop of blood under the new moon? Whoa. It's, Kuhenki? Does it want us to follow it? If you're sending me up to that book room area, I've already been up there. I climbed my way up there. Oh god. I could have gotten up there faster! Oh well. Ah, you're here. Wait. That will get the altar dirty. Eek! What the heck did you get in here? When the heck, excuse me. We were the ones who opened the seal first, right? Something's off. You're right. But this isn't just off. It looks like this is a residual image left behind by the moon goddess's blessing. And it's been left inside the court of the first edict. Maybe this might be the first Moonchanter herself, Lady Alia. Is that really possible? Doesn't sound very, scientific. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. But if this is truly Lady Alia, then it wouldn't be surprising for her power to be unscientifically potent. On my days, I can't believe I kept calling the Lady Alia an imposter. Thank the moon goddess she can't hear me anymore. And that explains why her words were always so hard to understand. And that explains why she seemed like a more legit priestess than you. Well, of course. I may be reliable, but I'm still just a regular priestess. There's no way I can compare to the great Lady Alia, who witnessed the birth of the Moon Maiden. There, that should do it. And this power. Is the Lady Alia before us really just a lingering image? What did you do, Miss Alia? Where did that voice just come from? Maybe it got recorded along with the first Moonchanter's image? I mean, even the moon goddess's blushing couldn't be precise enough to capture just one person's voice, right? There's no need to be so tense. That woman who shares my bloodline surely showed you a few of those lowbrow tricks before, This is merely a blessing that records awareness so that the brave warrior over there can hear our words. Paimon's not dreaming, is she? Paimon swears she just looked right at us. Come on, Paimon, you're most definitely dreaming. What we're seeing now was recorded 500 years ago. There's no way she could actually see us. Over there, but I don't see anyone. Never mind. I probably wouldn't understand even if you explained it to me. And whatever tangled past lies between you and her, I'm in no position to judge. Regardless, thank you for your help, Miss Alia. Whatever. Lavia should have known better. The wounds left in the wake of the atrocities that old witch inflicted upon you both run deep. Of course, the scars fester with resentment. What surprises me is that she trusted you so deeply. Verna, who's that Lavia you mentioned? Paimon feels like she's heard that name before. She was a leader of the Frostmoon Scions 500 years ago, but she was stricken from memory for the sin of blasphemy. Normally, only senior and super reliable priestesses like me would even know about her. If someone like you knows about her, then it can't be that much of a secret, can it? Hey, rude. What do you mean someone like me? But seriously, her identity should be top secret. Ordinary followers and folks from the outside aren't supposed to even have heard that name. Resentment? For what? Everything you and I went through was always meant to be. There is no past or future, because the past is the future. Your gaze is upon me now, but all you can see is this one fleeting moment. Thanks to Lovia's blessing, the blessing of our ancestors, I can see every moment. Your arrival, Lovia's end, all threads of a tapestry too vast for me to tell, and yet how it thrills me. She trusted me because I heeded her every word, and when the lady of the underworld guided my hand to sever her thread, even then she should have rejoiced. As for you, you'll be leaving this place soon, won't you, Mr. Solovi? My role here is finished. The believers outside already hail you as their new prophet, and at last you no longer need to endure the suffering imposed on you. I still have things I must do. I need to uncover that mad monk's true intentions. For my fallen friend and the people of this land, he must pay for what he has done. With Lovia's years of secret correspondence with him as evidence, tracing his steps should be much easier. Once again, thank you for helping, Miss Alia. Aliela, whatever. So you still don't know a thing. That's all right. You will soon enough. I'll take that as an encouragement. To me, it's already happened. Twice shall that serpent fall, first strangled by the flesh of the faithless, then shrinking away before the light light you and I connect together. But you shan't be the one to cut off its thread, because that fate does not belong to you. I don't believe in fate. I'll just do what I can. Then do what you can, before the lanterns are lit. I will be here waiting, for you are the hero meant to protect Elysium. And you, forgive me for drawing you here this way. Your thread simply would not catch in the loom of the sublunary sphere, so I had to guide you with those stones. Fitting, for they are just as out of place in this world as you are. Huh? Huh? Verna, what's going on? Are you still sure she isn't talking to us? Well, not anymore. Those stones we saw earlier only fell recently. How could Lady Alla have known about them 500 years ago? By way of apology, I left the last sword forged by the Apostle of the Golden City, using moonlight in the ever-flowing white spring. After centuries, and any bloodstains on its blade should have been washed away. Please accept this humble gift. Though your fate remains unclear to me, I chose to believe you are the hero of this sublunary sphere, the one destined to fell the undying serpent on our behalf. This will probably be the last time we meet. If you follow the light and find those who share my bloodline, then you will come to understand my words. Are you talking to someone? It's nothing. Now please, don't let me keep you any longer, Mr. Solavi. I must begin sealing this place at once. I held no resentment toward Lavia, but our children must not be stained by her sins. That's why the evil and corruption she wrought must be buried. I will seal them all here. This, too, is a part of our preparation for the birth of a god. We are all tainted by sin. How could we ever hope to behold the moonlight in its purest form? She vanished. So, just like back at the Thunderclap Brief, it was Lady Alla who guided us to break the Sanctum seal. Also, you could retrieve the sword she left behind, traveler. But Paimon still doesn't get it. Why would Alla give us her sword? And what's this undying serpent stuff all about? We're not gonna have to fight some giant snake next, are we? Anyway, traveler, let's retrieve that sword first. Right. If someone as reliable as Lady Alla said it, there must... And I accidentally hit a button. Damn it. Oh well. Actually, let's not even bother with that. Oh look, it's now out of the water. This must be the sword Alla was talking about, right? How about it, traveler? Did you figure anything out? Not a thing. Huh, looks like we really have to investigate this whole place, huh? But if we hang around too long, Ern Ruth, Uncle Croto, and the others might find the entrance too. Actually, with all the noise we made just now, there's probably no one on this whole island who hasn't been drawn this way. Fine, guess we've got no choice. We've got the sword now, and Lady Alla didn't exactly tell us what to do next. So let's get out of here first and figure out the rest later. I have a feeling we're about to get into some trouble. It's awfully quiet. Aaron Ruth and Uncle Croto aren't here either. Why aren't they hot on our trail? Maybe all the noise made earlier got their attention and they ran off to check somewhere else? Ah, I get it now. This must be Lady Alla's divine guidance. Even my luck's looking up now that I'm with somebody as reliable as you, traveler. Okay. Save the celebration for later. You do remember you still owe everybody else an apology for the trouble you caused, right? Apology? Right. Yes, of course I do. I'm not the type to get so caught up in reading Lady Allah's records that I forgot everything else. I swear by my mortal name in the sublunary sphere that I'll give everybody a proper and heartfelt apology. It's just, I'll need to think carefully about how to phrase it first. Oh, and while we're at work earlier, I came up with a super scientific plan. Since I have to apologize anyway, why don't we finish checking out the sanctum first before looking for Lady Lauma? That way you can save time and make my eventual apology more efficient. A sound plan, I should say. See, the power of science is... Wait, huh? Aunt Rotaire? When did you get here? Bah! You scared us. We didn't mean to sneak into the court of the first edict. It's just... Verna said... No need to explain. This place may be sealed, but is not forbidden territory. If outsiders like you were able to enter, then perhaps it was the will of the moonlight. Exactly. This is all part of the Moon Maiden's sacred guidance, just like the poems say. As for you, Varna Deska, you're coming with me. The Lady Moonchanter wants to see you. In person. Huh? Wait, no, Aunt Retaire. Didn't you just say... As a priestess, you acted without permission, broke the rules, and tampered with taboos. Aside from outright murder, you've flouted every major law we have. Now come, or would you rather the Lady Moonchanter come fetch you herself? Traveler, Paimon, I'll explain everything later, I swear. But first, I'll need... Before Verna can finish her sentence, Retaire drags her off. Well, she sure dug that grave nice and deep for herself, didn't she? Still, we've got no idea what this Lady Ala wanted us to do. But this sword she left behind, if it was meant for us, we might as well hang on to it for now. Looks like a real Frost Moon relic, anyway. Ooh, the whole series has been completed now. Got it. Though there is one thing I want to do. There we go. I should be able to finish this up now, I think. There we go.
Well, I think we can now say that the Grand Library is complete. Next, we'll need to find somewhere to put the bird stands, cushions, and deposit boxes. Ah, hello there, traveler, Paimon. Thanks to your help, the library repairs are basically complete. It's really starting to look the part.
What about that other stuff you just mentioned? Are you planning on putting all that in the library too?
Yes. That said, it's too big of a job for me to handle alone. I was planning on getting some of our more skilled artisans to help out.
The things... Do they really belong in a library?
The Grand Library is open to humans and animals alike. Since we have furniture for humans to sit down on, there should naturally be some for the animals too.
Huh. Yeah, that does kind of make sense.
No, wait. What about the deposit boxes?
Those are the ones I used to use when the little animals came to talk to me about their struggles. I'd originally planned to make some new ones, but some of the animals are nostalgic for the older items, so we brought them along too.
Wait, struggles? Like a therapy session? Kinda sounds like a nice bathhouse for animals.
Yours is a tough job, Lauma. Both humans and animals look to you as an attentive listener.
This is one of my duties as Moon Chanter. I would not call it hard work. And it's true. All living things have a need to feel heard. I have always encouraged everyone to come to me without reservation, whatever troubles they may be facing. Hiding your thoughts deep in your heart will not solve anything. In fact, it often makes the problem worse.
I'm suddenly curious. Do more humans show up for your counseling, or mostly animals?
Oh, well, I've never looked at the numbers, but my sense is that the animals consult me more often. After all, my daily routine is more or less the same as that of my people, and they don't usually come during work hours. It's only when I have free time that I get the occasional human visitor. Animals, on the other hand, lead very different routines from us. Sheik badgers tend to visit in the early morning hours, while ibises often drop by after sunrise. Finches come in flocks during the afternoon, chirping and chattering away. The rhyme-horned deer visit at dusk, mostly alone, though sometimes with one or two friends. And once night has fallen, I get the odd weasel thief burrowing into my home.
Oh, but that leaves you with no time to yourself at all.
Your schedule is packed.
It truly is. There was one time when a weasel thief stole some pine cones that a group of finches was hoarding. It must have been around 20 finches that flew to my bedside in the dead of night to protest the transgression. I had to ask a sniffer mole who I'd just been chatting with to invite the weasel thief over. It took a lot of work to convince it to reveal where the pine cones were. By the time all parties were satisfied and ready to leave, the sun was up. I slept in till past noon that day.
20 finches. I can just imagine the racket that must have been.
My mom would have given up and gone back to sleep long before you did. And probably pulled a blanket over her head first to block out the noise.
Since they'd taken the trouble to come to me, I felt I had a duty to help them. And the results made it all worthwhile. After getting everything off their chests, the finches went back to happily hopping around. And the weasel thief went off in search of new, exciting treasure. But humans are less forthcoming than animals. Too often, they hide their true feelings in the deepest corners of their hearts. Even those who come to me for guidance, I feel as if they tell me only part of the story, leaving out what truly burdens their soul. Perhaps they are unwilling to say it out loud, to face the real issues head on. Human society often encourages people to hide their true selves. It is not dissimilar to the way that some butterflies hide away in a withered leaf and camouflage their wings to match their environment. Social interactions between humans can be complex and difficult. Everyone has their way of coping, and I don't judge them for it. Nonetheless, suppressing one's true feelings can easily lead to melancholy and depression. Deep-seated issues like that are difficult to resolve, no matter what advice I give. So I had an idea. I thought, what if I could find a way to bring complicated human minds and straightforward animal ones together? Maybe by spending some time around each other, both could experience a new perspective. It was with that in mind that I renovated the Grand Library and turned it into what it is today. Spacious and well-ventilated, and open to humans and animals to come and go as they please. Except maybe on rainy days, when they're looking for shelter. But the rest of the time, people can visit whenever they want, to spend time with the animals, browse books, rest, and enjoy the sun. And perhaps the company of our dear animal friends, who will not be driven away by anything they say, might encourage people to open their hearts and share the truth of what lies within.
Oh, started this library renovation. Oh, it sounds great to Paimon. Hugging fluffy animals, lounging in a chair all day without a care in the world. Just thinking about it makes Paimon feel all warm and fuzzy.
I'll be visiting the first chance I get. Save me a seat.
Of course. Your assistance with the renovation works was invaluable. It should go without saying that the Library of the Frost Moon Scions shall always be open to you.
Yay. That's completed. Means I can collect some books that have now popped up in here.
Now, where in the world did I put that book?
I think that was it. I think it was just the one book. Does that complete something? Oh, it does, I think. Oh, no, that's for something else. Alright, so that's going to be it for now, and I'll see you guys later.